the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Saints and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Brenner. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on third down, Brenner. And he is caught, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
On 1st and 10, Brenner. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
And some room to maneuver. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Back to throw. Freeman. And that nearly intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Unfortunate there. It's second down. Pryor has it complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Freeman. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. One of the tight ends comes in motion. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. 3rd and goal, option right. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Their 2nd drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run on 1st down. Ross. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Throwing on 1st down. Brenner. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Brenner throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with
he's got a man, complete. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
no secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
And McPherson set to kick off.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated.
And Freeman lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Brenner. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Ross. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Brenner. This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. This one from 46 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Freeman. He finds his man. Complete. That's Cox. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
Coming right, this is Anderson on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in your first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Oh, nice move. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Brenner. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun. Brenner. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Falcons ready to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Back to throw. Freeman steps away to his left. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense, his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Operating from the gun. Freeman. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Now a handoff up the middle. Ross. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Off the bootleg. Brenner. That's complete. It's Collins. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Brenner working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. to throw. Brenner. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Second down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Off play action. Brenner. The Sanders has got it complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw again. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They'll start out here with the option left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's the option.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Freeman. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up the first down.
He's going to try and take off with it.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
The Falcons are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is
man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give him 32 on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Operating from the gun. Freeman. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He finds his man complete. It's Harrison. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Simmons. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 28-yard line.
Off the play fake. Brenner. And that's going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
He has just not had his focus in this game. There's not one drop. There's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Freeman. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Stiff-armed him. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. From the gun on 3rd down, Freeman has taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Freeman, screen play, Anderson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw. Freeman. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The storm windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter.
extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
False start. Offense.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Anthony Richardson has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The Shamrocks looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the halftime, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run with Anderson. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Off play action. Freeman sliding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. Brenner. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
3rd down and 13. waiting from the gun. Brenner under pressure. They got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Throwing to start the drive. Freeman. And his throw here is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. There he goes, left side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Anderson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Holding, offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Freeman. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down now, it's Ross. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, Brenner. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. Off the play fake, Brenner. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Powering forward, and down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have cut it back within a score. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And here now come the Falcons.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Throwing to start the drive, Freeman.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Freeman. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. Freeman. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on 1st down. Brenner. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun, Brenner. And this is going to be incomplete.
first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And this will be a Falcons first down as we get this up to the 25.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
To throw on 2nd down. Freeman. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Brooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Brenner got his man complete over the middle. That's Collins. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Freeman. He finds his man. Complete. That's Cox. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. But it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. This will be fielded at the 17. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st and 10, Brenner. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Ross. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, to 44 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Brenner throwing the out. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here are the Falcons as their offense.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing on first down. Brenner throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Back to throw. Brenner. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. Brenner throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun on third down. Brenner. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number one receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. He's back to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw. Taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to potentially send us to overtime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
They start the drive with Anderson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. On first down, Freeman. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive, and this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ross, and somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. 59 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st and 10, Brenner. It's caught by Sanders. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your...
Taking it right down Broadway.
Running free at the 45. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown, or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked on all the way through? It's going to give you the play we saw to win the game. But I know everyone's thinking that was something they were just drawing. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for Atlanta, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.